Hey, what's up, turkeys? Welcome back to another episode of Tables to Turn. Because it's almost like I like making this shit. So how about I keep making it? And yeah, I realized this right here, we got fucking nothing. All right, there's nothing on the back wall. So I got a little treat for you. I got some stickers for the back wall. The album we're covering today does not have stickers with it, so I got some stickers, that I'm gonna introduce first. So, but hopefully, I'm gonna take my time, break it down a little bit, so we don't. So I'm not just talking my mouth off because I get anxious and I talk too fast. And yeah, I know it's a problem. I get it. I fiddle with things, but here we are. Grab a drink and welcome. So we're gonna start it off with a band called Bog Wizard. It's upside down. I love these guys. Ugh. They're a three-piece sludge metal band from Michigan. That makes Dungeons and Dragons themed sludge metal, and I absolutely this is a band that I'm like just waiting for the LP to come out, basically before I grab it. I haven't made a video on them, basically only because they don't have an album out. So I bought stickers instead. Okay. So I'm going to show off some of the stickers. We're going to put them on the wall too. So this is just like their band logo sticker. This one's kind of hard to see. I got to tilt it a little bit so you can get that in there. You could see their bandcamp.com there. And it says it on here. It's not like the other card that we had from Con. It was I had the QR code on the back. All right, I'll show you this sticker first, and I'll show you their album art second, because their album art is on one of these. This is sort of their album art. This is Swamp Golem, which is the name of one of their singles. I think it's the longest track as well. It's like 13 minutes on the album. It's a long album. It's like an hour and some, but it's definitely worth it. I absolutely love these guys. So we're gonna be sticking some of these on the wall. And here's the album art. Absolutely stellar. This is one of those amazing times when the music actually does sound as good as the album art portrays. It's fantastic. So check them out. I'll put their Bandcamp link in the description below. From Michigan. Love these guys. I believe some of them were devs on for TF2 and stuff, so that's pretty cool. So let's fucking finally on episode 5 put our second sticker on the wall and actually just catch up and put some more stickers. Where do I put it? I'm not gonna center it. Fuck it. There it goes. Oh, beautiful. Finally got another sticker on there. We're gonna put both of these on, I could put them like on top of each other. Kind of. Oh, I should stand up and do this instead of sitting down, but I'm lazy. That's gonna annoy people. Fantastic. Look at that. Look how perfect that is. Clean. Okay? Oh, we got one more sticker. And we'll put the round one on the other side. With the round, I'm segregating my stickers. It's round stickers versus square stickers. All right. I'll tell you though, I actually don't know if I have more round stickers or square stickers. I'm looking at the pile right now. I don't want to show any more because it's like, oh, I got some more stickers to show you guys, but frick, I don't want to spoil too much. All right. Well, you've probably already guessed because it's gonna be the cover and the title. But today's album, boom, is Blood Ceremonies, the Eldritch Dark. This is probably my favorite Blood Ceremony album. I do listen to a lot of Blood Ceremony. If I said it was their best album, I don't know if that would be true. Because I like a lot of their other stuff, especially their newer single, Lolly Willows, and the Who cover, along with The Devil's Widow, their 2016 album was very good. Even like their earlier albums. Their earlier albums are a little bit more psychedelic, doom metally rather than folk. This album is really folky, and I like it a lot. So we're gonna open this up so you get this beautiful shot here, because this is awesome. And then I'm gonna list off the names of who's in it. We got quite a bit of guest musicians on this album. I mean, it's not their first album, so it could have been seen. But Blood Ceremony, in case you didn't know, is from Toronto, Ontario. And yes, I will put, before I forget, we're bringing it out right now, because I'm gonna fucking forget this shit. Just don't set it on the LP. Oh god, I gotta rotate it around like this. This map is a little fucked up. It's like these rivers are supposed to be kind of connected, but they're not. Oh no, oh no. There it is. I got the pin. Alright, well, it's supposed to be like, yeah, there's some glare. I should tilt this maybe. I don't think that's helping at all. Is this helping? There. I mean, that I guess. But it's not very bright now. But it's supposed to be like right here. Toronto, Ontario. I said it backwards because I'm fucking illiterate. Bam. All right, two red. You might say, hey, it's two red pins right next to each other, but hey, there's gonna be a lot more fucking pins in this. So, there we go. We'll give it maybe a spinzy at the end here. All right, back to the album. Anyway, they formed in 2006 in Ontario, and I believe the two founding members are Ayla O'Brien and Sean Kennedy. Sorry if I mispronounced it, if it's Ayla O'Brien. I think it's Ayla O'Brien. I'm pretty sure it's O'Brien. And she's, obviously there. She plays flute. She's the flute player. She does vocals. The main vocalist. She plays organ and the synthesizer. I mean, she's playing the synthesizer right now. Sean Kennedy is on guitars and vocals. And Sean Kennedy and O'Brien are the main two writers for all the music, which we'll get into, because this album has a lot of references to a lot of different pieces of literature. Well, a couple of different pieces of literature. And then we have Lucas Gladkey, I hope I didn't say that wrong, on bass vocals. And he actually did the songwriting for track 3. And track 3 is fucking amazing. We'll get to it when we get there. And we got Michael Carrillo on drums. And then, I guess our only guest musician. I thought there was more guest musicians. I guess I was incorrect. But our only guest musician is Ben Plotnick on fiddle on track 4. Track 4. God, I'm using my hands way out over here, so it's not on the thing. So I'm sorry. But you can look at the back of this real quick. Here's the tracks. You might recognize some of the names of the tracks from classic pagan literature or history and stuff, especially Lord Summer Isle. I mean, that's pretty obvious if you've watched the movie. Some of the other ones might not be so obvious, like Drawing Down the Moon and The Magician and Faunus. I mean, Faunus and Goodbye Gemini are kind of the same, I guess. Well, not the same, but represent similar. That's not what I mean to say. Oh God, they're fucking. They're both semi references. Faunus is just I got it written down over here. Okay, I made notes. I need to stop guessing. We got to go through it normally, all right? But first, we got to look at our insert here, and here's everybody on it. Which being, oh God, I hope I don't point them out wrong. I believe it is Ayla O'Brien. No, it's Ayla. believe this is Lucas. This is no. This is Sean. Sorry, my bad. I know Sean. This is Lucas, and this is Michael. I think. If I'm incorrect, I'm sorry. I fucked it up. All right, now we're getting into the meat of it, okay? So the meat of it being really not necessarily dissecting the words, but like what it's about. So Witchwood, track 1 was written by Kennedy, as you can see right there. And you know, there's your fucking lyrics. But I've looked up a little bit around this. 'Cause I started when I was looking shit up for this album. I started from the back to front. So I started at the very end and worked my way to the front. So it actually helped a little bit in doing some research, especially because like The Magician was a very easy grab for me to figure out. This one is more inference, I feel, but it probably ties to the John Bouchan, if that's how you say his name, John Bouchan's novel Witchwood, in which like it's about, you know, a city being like corrupted by pagan rites and going back and away from Christianity and other stuff. It's gonna be a recurring theme, is pagan rites during this whole album. I mean, it is called the Eldritch Dark, and it has a lot of other references. Goodbye Gemini. I'm 100% sure Goodbye Gemini. Well, okay, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's a reference to the movie Goodbye Gemini and the book, which was named, Ask Agamemnon, but they renamed it to Goodbye Gemini after the film came out. But other than that, I mean, it's a good track. It's catchy about. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about the tracks because I want you to listen to it if you haven't. So I don't want to be like, oh, here's the guitar lick that happens here. It's like, no, I want you guys to experience that. But like, you know, I'll dissect it a little bit. So I'm pretty sure that's what Goodbye Gemini references to. I'm not super zoomed in here. I could probably be a little bit more zoomed in, so you could see this. Also, the art in here is pretty cool. So Lord Summerisle, that I'm moving to very quickly, but is also a very easy reference. The first 2 songs were a little harder for me to research and find out about because it's like there's similar things with like the names, but like looking up like Lords of Carnaby and stuff like this, it's like I've spent some time like digging through it, and it's kind of just like, oh, you know, Gemini, they're linked, they share dreams. It's like, oh, your dreams my sorcery, oh, forget all you see, because when the brother died in the film, spoiler alert, the sister forgot everything, which is kind of like where I think it is at. So that's what, you know. And then I don't know if I'll Bind You Close to Thee is incest related, but maybe. I mean, it was in the film, but who knows? Anyway, Lord Summerisle. As we move on, just brush over the incest real quick, as we do all the time. To Lord Summerisle, which is very easily identifiable if you've watched the film, but it's about the film The Wicker Man, from Robin Hardy's Hardy's 1973 film. God, I'm like moving this way and this way while I'm like reading my notes over here. Oh, should have studied a little bit. Where the residents of Summerisle live under pagan rule or whatever. They say in the film that like Christianity is just like looked at as another like option or like another religion or something like that, rather than or just like looked at as something else rather than like the penultimate, where the main character who showed up, which, oh my god, who was, oh shit, Okay, yeah. I wrote my notes backwards, so I have all the shit for the final songs at the top of the page and all the shit for the beginning songs at the bottom of the page because I was very good here. I mean, probably don't need to necessarily hold it up the whole fucking time, but under the rule of Lord Summerisle, who is, you know, the lord of the island that they live on, the main character that shows up, whose name is Howie, he shows up because, like, a crash course of a 1973 film. Spoiler alert. Boop. But he goes to the Isle because he hears that this lady was like imprisoned there, or that she got lost there. So he goes there to find her, and what they find out is they used her to lure Howie to the island because he's like a lawman or something. So he has the law on his side. He came of his own free will, and he's a virgin, which means he's a perfect sacrifice. And he finds out that, like, oh, you know, while he's on the island, he finds out that, you know, last year's crop harvest sucked ass. And, spoiler alert, Howie dead, okay? Howie lived no more. But, you know, next year's crops are probably going to be tasty pretty good. But, and also, like, it's a very good, duet, Lord Summerisle. Very, very nice. Ballad of the Weird Sisters is another, like, more inferential reference rather than, like, a direct reference, I believe. Being oh shit, what page did I put these notes on? Yeah, okay, so the Ballad of the Weird Sisters is kind of like just making sure I didn't. Did I put notes on this page? Oh, I did put notes on this page. I was like, I totally knew there was another page of notes. So Ballad of the Weird Sisters is kind of it's about, you know, two people coming home from foreign lands, as it says, and they hear the sound of dangerous women, basically, or the three fates. Three hags are wasted staring. Because Ballad of the Weird Sisters itself is another word for, or another way to name wayward sisters, and also like three witches. They're or the three fates. It's a couple of different ways to name them. So basically, they lure the two people. They lure what I'm assuming, I'm just gonna call him Kennedy and O'Brien. They lure Kennedy and O'Brien to their house where they prepared a strange brew, and they drink the brew, and it shows them the guilt of all the lives they've ruined and everything they've done wrong. And then O'Brien is basically like, yo, I can make up for this guilt if I kill everybody else, because they're also experiencing guilt. So she just kills the three fates and her friend, and then that's where, like, the tone shift happens. Is like down here in the bottom two paragraphs is like there'll be a tone shift in the music, as she's like in this haze of drinking this strange brew, this magical potion. So it's pretty cool. And it's like, oh, these three sisters should have better known than to let the devil inside, because, oh, they're the fates, they should have known better, you know? It's like, should have known better. The Eldritch Dark. Oh, man. The Eldritch Dark is an interesting one. I believe it has to do with, I don't know, a little bit with, hold on, I gotta flip my page over. The Eldritch Dark probably connects both, it probably connects to the both the poem by Clark Ashton Smith. Sorry if I said that wrong. The literal easiest name to say, Clark Ashton Smith. It's probably a reference to that, and a little bit to what's his face? Nobody knows. Robert Herrick's Candlemas Eve. They do reference Candlemas Eve a couple of times, and like I looked at both things because Candlemas Eve's like an old. I get that it's a fucking day, but it's also a poem or a carol. Sorry, a Christmas carol about letting the seasons pass and the other seasons come, or letting the old pass for like the time of the new kind of thing, which is what they reiterate in this song of like, oh, pagan rites aren't dead, they're coming back, it's time for them, alive through pagan rites, even in the Eldritch Night, the Forgotten World. And the Eldritch Night is a poem that kind of talks about going back to like the old ways and stuff. You can end up reading it if you want. I'll leave. It's like a free thing because it's over 50 years old or some shit. I don't know. DRM free. You can go get it. Drawing Down the Moon. Quick transition. Drawing Down the Moon is actually a ritual in which it's a Wiccan or it's pagan witchcraft or Wiccan traditions to have a God, it's over here. I keep moving this all around. I bet you it's really fun to watch. But it talks about um 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 going into a trance. So drawing down the moon itself is a tradition where next, drawing down the moon. What we have, drawing down the moon is the process of letting the high priestess of the pagan like society at that place or whatever be hypnotized or put in a trance. Basically, let the goddess of the moon inhabit her and speak through her to give instruction. So that's what this is. And drawing down the moon, also, it kind of references to the three fates as well, because the goddess of the moon is shown as three people: the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So it talks a little bit about some of that. And then again, they reiterate the theme they did in Ballad of the Weird Sisters, where they have this like tonal shift. And they have this tonal shift down here where they say, "We welcome you to the Sabbath," which makes me think they're talking about the three goddesses, or the triple goddess being the goddess of the moon or something, because we welcome you to the Sabbath after they've gone through. They say like, "Come ye to the Sabbath, we're drawing down the moon," and once they've drawn down the moon, which is be possessed, it's now the goddess talking through them at this point. Faunus, not much to talk about here because it is an instrumental, even though it's probably my favorite track just because it's extremely good and it shows off the diverse range of, I don't know, everybody's play style. It's very good. I like it a lot. And if you wanted to know, Faunus is the Roman god of the forest, fields, cattle, and cattle fertility. Is specifically cattle fertility. If you wanted any other fertility, I'm sorry, it's not there. It's only cattle fertility. Also known as Pan, or the Greek god Pan, which was on their previous album. They talked about it. So it's a little bit of a callback in the instrumental track. And the Magician, the last thing to talk about here, or the last track we have here. Oh, I bumped the mic. But the last track to talk about here is actually a book from W. Somerset Maugham from 1901. And it's a book about, they reference the name Haddo. My name is Haddo and my will remains. My name is Haddo, indeed the pleasure's mine. My name is Haddo and my will remains. To to see this world away before another day, you know? Yeah. I'm like trying to read it through the camera. I'm like, wait a minute, I can just look at it like a genius. Um, well, they talk about this, and Hado is the main character in the book that they're discussing, that we're discussing. But he is also supposed to be a caricature of Aleister Crowley. And so in the book, I gotta zoom back out. So in the book, they talk about like the magician Oliver Haddo creating life through like sacrifice or whatever. And then the whole joke is Aleister Crowley, under the name of Oliver Haddo, wrote a review of the book calling it a plagiarism of, his work. So it's like, very funny. I hope that, this format of video is a little bit better. Like, I realize I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but I like talking about it, but I don't want to spoil too much, because I'm not intending for you guys, like, if you've already listened to the album, you don't need me to tell you that, like, oh, the guitar lick in Witchwood is fucking awesome, because but if you haven't listened to it, I want you to listen to it, but I want you to be shocked by it. And you've caught a little glimpse of it right now, but here it is. It's kind of hard to see with the light, but I'll try to tip it and transition it. But it is like a gold red. So if you hold it up to the light, it's supposed to be red, but then it's supposed to look gold if you don't have it up to the light. So it's hard to see. But oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful disc. All of this. This is one of the few albums that like. Not one of the few albums. I put a lot of track Bs on a lot, but I almost listen to the track B of this album more than the A track, just because I really like the tonal shifts in Drawing Down the Moon, The Magician, the Eldritch Dark, and Faunus, obviously, as I said, was like my favorite track. So it's like, there it is. And I got a little, like, smudge stuff over here, which is fine, it's like, whatever. Gives a shit. It's in the thing. But, yeah, there it is. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back next episode with another cool-ass band and more stickers, okay? I'm coming out with more stickers. Don't you worry about it. But until then, see you later, and goodbye.